Gabriella, we know that this person's close contacts have been tested. So far, so good.
Well, that's right, Ash. 2 family members of the 26-year-old Nobel Park man have been tested for coronavirus and they've received negative results. Authorities have confirmed there are 20 primary close contacts and they've managed to get in touch with 19 of them. The man last worked at the Grand Hyatt Quarantine Hotel on the 29th of January. This, of course, is a quarantine hotel for Australian Open officials. So this positive case has plunged almost 1,600 tennis stars and officials into isolation once again. They're today getting tested and they'll have to quarantine until they receive their negative result. Daniel Andrews was asked at his press conference today whether he regrets the decision to go ahead with the Australian Open. He said he's always been clear from the very start that it does pose a risk.
If I get advice to do something, then I'll follow the advice. That's what's kept us safe. That's what's built this thing that we are currently working as hard as we can to defend.
Ash, I've been out speaking to locals today. It's fair to say that Melburnians are on edge, as we know far too well how badly or how quickly things can escalate once there's been a leak from hotel quarantine. The majority of people say that the Australian Open should not have gone ahead, but of course I did find one fan who's very excited.
We don't want the players and the officials here because if there is an outbreak, we are all in the vulnerable category.
A bit unnecessary to have all the tennis players here.
Given the current situation with the lockdown, or the lockdown have been, that doesn't look so good.
I think we were all kind of just waiting for it to happen.
We're a very observant society, so I think we'll be all right.
And Gabriella, the Premier's flagged discussing possible hotel quarantine reforms at tomorrow's National Cabinet meeting. We're seeing a lot of calls for an overhaul on that front.
Yeah, that's right. Questions have once again been raised about what the flaws are in hotel quarantine. It's still not clear how this man contracted coronavirus. It's believed that it was from the hotel and not from the community. He was working on a floor with 6 cases with the UK variant. They say that no protocols were breached, that he was a model worker. Now, Daniel Andrews says that he will be speaking, or it's likely that this will be brought up with National Cabinet tomorrow, and he's open to other suggestions, such as quarantine sites being put up outside of the city.
We're always looking to do more and do better, and I dare say that tomorrow at National Cabinet there'll be a high degree of interest both from First Ministers as well as at AHPPC. Other Chief Health Officers will be very interested to hear from Brett and from Alan and others as we do that more detailed detective work and narrow it down. And there may be some open questions for not just the hotel quarantine program here in Victoria, but indeed the program that's run across the nation.
The new case has triggered restrictions for Melbourne once again. Masks are mandatory for indoor settings. Visitors have been capped to 15 people and the set return to the office for 75% of people has been put on pause. Now, the list of exposure sites has grown to 14. A full list of sites and times is available on the DHHS website. And of course, Ash, everyone is being encouraged to get tested if they're displaying any symptoms.
Gabriella, thank you for the update.